Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all will be fine. Today in this video, I'll explain some paragraph of your 8th chapter, Fire, Friend and Foe. In previous video, you have learned about the summary of this chapter, and you have known that this chapter is basically a scientific chapter which talks about fire, the advantages of fire, the way we use the fire as a friend or as a foe, and foe means enemy. So this chapter mostly talks about everything like how and when the fire was invented, and is it really a friend or a foe. So look into your book before you read. Fire is both useful and dangerous. What is fire? How did we discover it? How do we control it? So here it is told that fire is both useful and dangerous. It means if we use the fire in a proper way and keep it under control, it is useful like our friend. And if the fire goes out of the control, it will be dangerous and may harm us. So there is another question: what is fire, and how the fire is discovered, and how do we control the fire if it goes out? So to know the answer of all these questions, you will have to learn this chapter. So now let's start this chapter. Now look into your book. Early man didn't know what fire was, but he must have seen the damage it could cause. He must have watched lightning and volcanoes long before he began to use fire himself. Fire was powerful and dangerous, and he was frightened. So in the beginning of this chapter, it is talked about early man. So initially the early men were actually frightened because of fire, as they knew nothing about fire, but they have seen the lightning and volcanoes and experienced the damages of fire. But till now they have no idea about fire and did not know what fire actually was. So they were frightened because they found the fire so powerful and dangerous, and have not started to use fire for himself. That's why they were frightened of fire. Now look into your book. Fire may have puzzled early men, but we now know that fire is the result of a chemical reaction. When the oxygen in the air combines with carbon and hydrogen in a fuel, a chemical reaction takes place. Energy in form of heat and light is released in this process. This is what we call fire. So what happened in earlier times? Fire puzzled early men, and they were confused about fire, that how the fire starts burning. But now, at this stage of modernization, we actually know that the fire is the result of chemical reaction. So what is the chemical reaction? A chemical reaction is when oxygen combines, mix with carbon and hydrogen in a fuel. A chemical reaction takes place, and in that process, the energy in form of heat and light released, that heat is called fire. So this is basically a chemical reaction, and fire is basically a chemical reaction also. Now look at the next paragraph. 3 things are needed to make fire: fuel, oxygen and heat. Wood, coal, cooking gas and petrol are some examples of fuel. Oxygen comes from the air That's why when you blow on smoldering paper, it often bursts into flame. The third thing needed to make fire is heat. Fuel and oxygen do not make fire by themselves, or else a newspaper or a stick lying in the open would catch fire on its own. To burn a piece of paper or wood, we heat it before it catches fire. We generally do it with a lighted match. Every fuel has a particular temperature at which it begins to burn. This temperature is called flash point or kindling temperature of the fuel. So now in this paragraph, it is talked about the things that needed to make fire. So mainly, there are three things which required to make fire. If there is absence of any of these three things, fire will not take place. So three things are fuel, oxygen and heat. Now we know about what is fuel. Fuel is coal, wood, gas or petrol. These are the fuels we need to make fire. And next is oxygen. Oxygen is available in the air. That's why when you blow on slow burning paper, the fire bursts into flame. It means the fire started burning badly or highly. And the third thing is heat. So these three things are necessary to make fire. If there is absence of any of these three things, then it is not possible to make fire. For example, if there are only oxygen and fuel and there is no heat, so fire would not take place. That's why if you want to burn anything like paper or wood, you will need the heat to make fire. And now there is very important thing described about the fire, and that is every fuel has a particular temperature at which the fuel begins to burn. This temperature is called kindling temperature or flash point. It means temperature at a particular point is necessary to start the fire. So these are the three things which require to make fire. So this is your today's lesson. I hope it's very clear to you. Thank you very much for watching this video.